First for Chicago, D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. And down low, the two-time NCAA champion at Florida, the 6'11 tornado of energy and effort. It's the big man, Joakim Noah. Then it's Dang, and it's Boozer in at the 4 slot. And for the Clippers, CP3 at point with Redick there, the backcourt. And inside at center, a long 6'11", the skyscraping big man out of Texas A&M, DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Jared Dudley, and it's Griffin in at the power forward. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Shots good by Boozer. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Paul outside. Jordan covered by Noah. Paul kicks to Redick. Tries to save it. Ball against Dang. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And just about a minute into the first quarter.
Boy, I tell you, the Bulls showed how resilient they could be without Derrick Rose last season. They played competitive basketball, but up against the Western Conference, they just didn't quite have the same punch. Got beat up pretty good out west.
Now it's sent it down to Doris Burke, who is able to catch up with Coach Doc Rivers.
He communicated to his players that when taking on Chicago, they have to be as physical as possible to match the intensity the Bulls bring. He said they have no problem banging bodies inside, and we shouldn't be afraid to respond. We can't be intimidated by them, and I want us to go right at them. Sounds like we'll have a physical game on our hands, guys.
Thank you, Doris. And back to the Bulls against the West. Not sure what exactly their shortcomings were, but in the end, Steve, they were only able to win 11 games out of the 30 they played out of conference.
You know, the Bulls were a team that could win games on grit and toughness, but the West was a lot more talented last year than the East. And so some nights Chicago just kind of ran into reality, and they didn't have enough talent to deal with some of those Western teams.
Boozer with the screen for Rose. Rose off the bid from Noah. Rose dishes to Boozer. Back to Rose. Just 5 to shoot. Shot from the wing. Off the left rim and out.
That's one he knows he should have made.
He kicks it to Dudley. Outside Jordan. Poked away. It's stolen by Dang. Right side Rose. Noah with a screen on Paul. Rose double teamed. Boozer kicks to Rose. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Good work defensively by Paul.
You know, typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what happened there.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers lead by 1. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play.
You know, for a long time, people would look at Staples as the Lakers' home, where the Clippers just happen to be sharing space. But the Clippers let everybody know that they called this Staples Center home as well last year. And I thought they were a force in front of their rabid fans.
Tries from 16. Rose gets the bucket. Rose has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Bulls. Collison with it. Pass to Barnes. Here's the 3, and it's rejected. Dang attacking, and it's blocked by Barnes. Crawford against Rose. Shoots, and count it from 19 feet away. Well, Clark, as you said, the Clippers really starting to make waves on the landscape here in L.A. as they surpassed the Lakers in wins last season. You know, a big part of that was, Steve, their ability to win here at home.
Yeah, 32 wins here at Staples, and when they got out and ran, this place was really rocking. And this Clipper team has a roster full of guys that can make a play that ignites a crowd. and some new additions this year, new coaching staff. You know, there's a lot going on for this Clipper team.
Mullins passes to Collison. Kicks it to Crawford. From deep. Derrick Rose grabs the miss.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
Right side Rose. And it's Gibson finishing it off. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
I think both teams feel like they can win. They both have confidence. So we'll see which team can kind of ride the momentum and take control of this game.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. We've got 1:13 left in the first half. Mullins kicks to Barnes. That's good. Barnes has got his first bucket in this one.
No mistakes on the offensive execution there.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, for the Los Angeles Clippers, the pieces seem to be coming together for a deep run. It all started with the acquisition of Coach Doc Rivers, who was also given a lead role in basketball decision-making. Follow that up with the trade for J.J. Redick and Jared Dudley. That gives the team great shooting on the wings. And both players expressed their excitement to play for the Clips. Guys, this once downtrodden franchise has become a destination.
Winning situation, Doris. Thanks. Collison against Rose. Heinrich outside. Clock at 6. To the middle. Dunleavy. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in.
The lead changes hands once again. There has been no separation between these two teams tonight.
What an intriguing basketball game, that's for sure.
Rose with the double team. The 3 from Barnes. And that one's good. Barnes has got 5 points in the quarter.
What a great little run he's on here in the quarter.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Throws it up high. Deflects the pass. Crawford dishes to Barnes. And that one's good. Barnes has got 7 points in the game.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's got it going now.
And pushing it out, here's Los Angeles. Collison's got the ball.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And a tight game here as we end the first half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And a fun game going on out in Los Angeles. Thanks for joining us. The Clippers looking good at the midway point. They're an up-tempo team, and the Ponies are running. The advantage in fast break points is obvious. No surprise here. Matt Barnes, a contributor early, didn't waste much time waiting around to take over tonight. He dominated.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back to Staples Center, and above it, downtown Los Angeles in the distance.
Guys, how about the Bulls being able to nab the 5th seed in the East last season, in large part due to how they were able to play on the road. Of course, when you play tough, solid defense like they do, it makes it easier to be competitive and string together road wins.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. And for the Bulls, defense is one of the few things in the NBA that can neutralize a home court advantage. And Steve, a big part of why they had the success they had on the road.
Yeah, they went 21-20 away from the United Center, and one of only 5 teams in the entire East who managed to stay above 500 away from home. That's a real tribute to this team and the coaching staff.
And Rose drops them both.
Hey, I think we all knew that the Clippers were good last year, but we really took notice when they rattled off those 17 wins in a row in December. That was a franchise record, which had previously been 11, and that's when the league really took notice.
And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Well, I love the fact that he's fighting hard on the boards, but, you know, you got to be smart, too. Over the back, that's an easy call there.
Well, that's simply the result of poor position under the glass. But at least you can't fault him for being passive. He was trying to be aggressive there.
There's the feed to Noah. 6 to shoot. Back to Rose. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Rose has got 4 points now in the quarter. Well, it was the year of the win streak last season with Miami doing what they did and Denver getting hot as well. But you know, Steve, the Clippers had the first lengthy win streak and turned some heads earlier in the season.
Yeah, what was that, about 17 games in a row they won? And I thought that kind of established the Clippers in the West, put a little fear in the rest of the conference, and gave L.A. a swagger that I thought helped them get through the rest of the season.
Rose off the pick from Noah. Rose with the ball. Chris Paul covering. There's the three. Rose, no good. And Los Angeles guys shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Guys, when you talk about players who live and breathe the game, Chris Paul is right at the top of that list. He has an array of TVs at his house and watches just about every NBA game. Teammate Jamal Crawford says, quote, he's such a student of the game. He sees everything, and his commitment to winning is unbelievable. And that's what drives Chris Paul to win it all. He said, quote, I've got a beautiful family, great friends. I just want to win a championship. That's all I need. And he added, winning with the Clippers would be legendary. Guys, he's doing everything he can to make that a reality.
He certainly is. Thanks, Doris.
Well, you can see that desire on the court. He's so focused.
He dishes it to Noah. From 15 feet away, Griffin grabs the board.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
Redick with the bucket. Redick's got 5.
Well, once a shooter, always a shooter. J.J. Redick, one of the great marksmen of all time at Duke in the college game. And it's kept on rolling here in the NBA. He's got deep range on his three. Can spot up and shoot from anywhere, and also put the ball on the floor a couple times and create a shot inside.
Great shot is right, and like you said, not only threes, but Steve, any shot where you give Redick a chance to set his feet and get a clear view of the hoop, his shot form is just too consistent for him to miss. He's one of those players who works on that just so diligently. You know he's going to find a degree of success every time out there. Rose attacking. Butler up top. Back to Rose. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. The free throw drops for Rose. Chicago making a switch here. And so he makes both from the line. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And it's Paul penetrating. The jumper from the free throw line is good. And the Clippers lead by 4. And we've reached the end of the third. Clippers lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in Denver. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Paul, right side, 8 feet away. And the Clippers making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. Dishes it to Paul. Paul, right side. Now the pass to Barnes. Clock is at 3. Paul against Hinrich. And it's Paul missing. Bulls trail by 4. Hinrich outside. Gibson setting the pick for Hinrich. Pass to Noah. And a great assist by Hinrich as that one goes in. Noah's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Bulls. Ball outside. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Hammers the alley-oop through.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Carter. Their teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Chicago calls timeout. They trail by 4. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, guys, Tom Thibodeau had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He wants them to pick it up and really go for it right now, saying, no time like the present, gentlemen. Embrace it. Embrace the spotlight, and let's make it happen. Kevin, let's see what they can do.
Carlos Boozer's checked in for Chicago. Bang comes in for Mike Dunlap. Boozer. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Paul with the ball, who's picked up by Heinrich. Paul kicks to Griffin. And the shot is good. And the Clippers lead by 4. And Chicago shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Back to Boozer. Griffin's there. Boozer kicks to Butler. Heinrich defended by Paul. Heinrich against Paul. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Unstoppable offense from both teams. I love the pace this game has been played at.
So does everybody else in the building. This has been a fun one.
He passes to Griffin. He feeds it to Douglas. Now the dish to Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Passes to Griffin. The putback. Good.
Well, I love that aggression. Forget about the tip. Just grab the thing and slam it home.
Well, what a way to get second chance points.
Yeah, don't take any risks. Just put that ball back in the hoop.
Heinrich against Paul. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Nice work. Get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
And both free throws good from Heinrich.
Big-time trip to the line there, bringing this down to a one-possession game.
This could be a turning point.
Kevin, critical possession here.
And he commits the intentional foul. Derrick Rose is checked in for Chicago. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally.
At the line for 2.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Nice work there. Steps up, knocks them down, and makes it a 2-possession game.
Chicago calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's good, and he threw contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. The free throw drops for Rose.
He's really the guy you want on the stripe in that situation. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's clutch.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
And here is Noah. Outside Butler. For the win. Oh, he knocks in a beautiful buzzer beater.
Just in time.
A lightning bolt to win it at the buzzer.
That is incredible. A sensational finish to a sensational game.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game.
Return to the Mac, get up what it is.